Life was not easy for me and for my family to live in our native country Tibet, but somehow we managed. We were badly treated and were tortured by the Chinese Communist Party, and we were in no good condition of spending the rest of our lives in Tibet. My family were insecure about our future. It was in the year of 2000 when we left Tibet to migrate in Nepal. It was really hard for us to settle down in Nepal, as we didn't know anyone and had no idea of anything. It was hard for us to learn their language, cultures, and the people were totally different. When we first came to Nepal, we first lived in a monastery which is in Soimbu. After 3 years, my mother somehow managed to fly to the United States of America. Me and my two brothers had to spend our childhood without our mother, and my father also had to spend many years without his wife. I was lonely. My parents had to work very hard for us to live and to get a good education. I had to look after my brothers as my father was still working in the monastery. Actually, my mother would not have left if we were allowed to settle down in Nepal with full protection and safety. It was still very hard for us to live. So, my mother applied for us to be with her, and it was like a dream coming true. I always prayed to God to be with her again. Finally, the day came when we could really see our mother after all those years. When I first got here, I was 15 years old, and I was really afraid at seeing strangers everywhere I go. It was difficult for me to get into all the new things, such as the transportation systems, which is still very confusing to me. Even though we learned English language in Nepal while living there, I found it difficult to speak in New York City because people are so fluent in the language. They search everybody's houses.
Like in the monastery.
We just had a room.
How many people were you?
We were just 5, my parents and my 2 brothers and me.
How many beds did you have? Did you
We just have 1. Yeah, and then we used to all sleep together because we are just too small and we were too poor because we just immigrated from Tibet. Seeing people using nasty words always makes me scared of them. I found the American cultures totally different from our culture, but I like the American culture as well. People over here don't hesitate to say anything, and they are not scared of asking someone for help. The cops in here don't hate people if they protest, but in Nepal, when we protest against anything, then we would be beaten up by the cops and were put into the prison. Well, I like this country because we are free and have a lot of opportunities if we can study well. And I aim to be a doctor one day, and I know that I can make it if I can put a little more effort on my studies. I would like to thank this country for giving us such opportunities in life and uniting our family again.